Welcome to VSM Kea Podcast, where our CEO and other senior executives will share their views on various topics of interest related to pharma industry, especially to sales and marketing teams. We look forward to receiving your views and thoughts on our VSM Kea Podcast episodes.
Hi, I am Priya, Senior Vice President for Pharma Solutions at VSMSoftware. VSM's Kea suite has a wide array of software products and solutions for sales and marketing functions for the global pharma industry. In conversation with me is Krish, who is the CEO of VSM. Krish is an MBA from the prestigious Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. Krish, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. After I graduated from IIM, I had an opportunity to work in different industries in senior positions and also in multiple countries before founding our own company, VSMSoftware. One of our main focus areas at VSM is SaaS solutions for sales and marketing functions under the banner of Kea for the global pharma industry. It's been an exciting journey and we now have customers in 10 plus countries.
Thanks, Krish. Today in pharma, there's a lot of buzz around terms like Omni Channel and multi-channel marketing. What do they mean and what is the difference?
Using multiple channels to communicate and deliver messages to customers, largely physicians, is multi-channel marketing or multi-channel engagement. Channels include face-to-face, e-detailing, virtual meets, calls, webinars, CMEs and emails. These are just some of the channels that I can think of. Omni-channel, on the other hand, simply put, is doing multi-channel engagement correctly or efficiently. If a company adopts multi-channels to provide appropriate and relevant content to drive a unified message, that's what's important, unification of message, it would be getting its omni-channel approach right. Having said that, like many terms in marketing, these two terms do tend to get used interchangeably.
Is omni-channel a new phenomenon in pharma marketing?
No, not at all. The industry has been using face-to-face, e-detailing, events, and many other channels for a long time now. For that matter, even virtual channels like webinars have been in vogue. It's just that during the COVID pandemic, virtual channels became a necessity since face-to-face was just not possible during the pandemic. Therefore, it's probably fair to say that though they existed, during the pandemic, multi-channel became more widely used. Plus, there are two other factors that I would like to mention here. One is physicians have a greater need for virtual channels now since they are busier and prefer crisp and to the point virtual interactions rather than elaborate, extended face-to-face calls. And number two, they are themselves adopting virtual interactions in their professional life and perhaps expect such interactions with medical reps also.
That is interesting. What do you think is going to happen in the post-pandemic world? Will it come back to face-to-face calls only?
Not at all. Use of multiple channels is the norm now. I have seen that this is getting discussed and adopted not just in India, but in other APAC countries and even emerging markets like Africa as well. In fact, it's estimated that in APAC alone, over 50% of the reps use at least 3 channels of communication, if not more. The fact is that the rep is still the focal point from where all communication of content will be made. Rep and content will be the key, plus a coordinated approach to multi-channel. Multi-channels are here to stay, in my view.
Let us get into more details. As a pharma marketeer, what omni-channel strategy should one adopt and what elements need to be considered?
Yes, I think that's an interesting question. Look, the basics of marketing will never change, right? In a good omni-channel strategy, we just have to get the basics right. That is, plan, execute, and monitor. Let me try and expand on these a little bit. When I say plan, we need to plan the channels used, the mix, frequency, date, time of interaction, etc. and also plan the content and plan also the personalization, if possible, of messages and content. In a face-to-face call, it's always interactive. In a way, content, though planned, gets driven by the way the HCP reacts. Whereas in Omni Channel, many times, it may be non-interactive. For example, a mail. Reaction is not instant from the physician. Right and unified content is key to getting the strategy right. So that's as far as the planning part is concerned. Next comes a clear execution of what we plan. Often there's a lot of planning and reps may not execute exactly as planned at all. While some deviation is to be expected, plans need to be adhered to unless there is a strong reason to deviate, right? For example, a planned HCP may be busy on that day and therefore you're visiting some other HCP. That's acceptable. Physicians, like all of us, are used to getting great experiences on the internet. They expect a good experience in all virtual interactions with the rep also. Therefore, delivery has to be professional and made into an experience for the HCPs irrespective of the channel adopted. That's extremely important. So that's the second point, good execution. And the last thing, of course, is monitoring. It's extremely important that adherence is monitored. Reaction to content needs to be reviewed in order to improve the next round of content. Channel mix may have to be tweaked, frequency and duration or scheduling may have to be changed as well. Good companies always find ways of measuring the impact of various channels on prescriptions as well. And therefore, they are often able to modify their strategy for greater efficiencies as they go along in their journey on multiple channel engagement or omni-channel engagement.
Great explanation, Krish. Sounds complex though.
Yes, to my mind, adopting different channels of communication in somewhat of a loose, unplanned and unstructured way is quite easy. But this will probably not yield results. In fact, it may even confuse the physicians. True omni-channel marketing definitely needs a strategic approach backed by various enablers. When I say enablers, I am talking about multiple things and I think we'll take these up in our next episodes. Thanks, Priya.
Thanks, Krish. It was a great discussion and I'm looking forward to our next episode. Bye.